October 2015, CIA Headquarters, Virginia. Officer gets a phone call. He answers it immediately. The caller seems to be a child who told John that he has hacked all the CIA systems. This is the story of the two children who hacked all the CIA systems and made a superpower like America dance to Tigny's tune. Who were those children, and why and how did they do this? When the caller is asked about his demands, he says that America should stop attacking Middle East, especially Palestine, and let the world be at peace. The CIA knew before his phone call that their system has been hacked. What harm was this hacking doing to both the CIA and America? You will get the idea of this in the video. As soon as the call ended, the entire American government and CIA came into action. And because a child hacked such a big intelligence agency, it was a shame for the CIA. Let me tell you here that CIA agents only admit defeat in this if their identity is disclosed. In fact, in Langley, Virginia, there is a branch of Starbucks in the CIA headquarters that does not have a logo on the cups in which coffee is given to the officers, and no agent's name is written on them. The reason for this is that those cups cannot be traced and sent to the agents. Now you get the idea that the CIA, which is so careful about small things, how big a deal it would be for them to get their system hacked. When the investigation started, it was found that this call was made by a 15-year-old boy from Leicestershire, England, miles away from America. The boy himself was called Cracker, and he had created a hacking community called Crackers with Attitude. But how and why did he hack the CIA? To find out about this, we have to go a little further back to 2008, where the story begins. In 2008, there was another boy in the state of Virginia who is known as Default, and he was very fond of video games. To win video games, he started making some changes to the programming of the games. He changed online games like Counter-Strike in his own way, and by changing its rules, the game was won very easily. That is, he used to make cheats. He started running things in his own way, and he learned all this from the internet. The boy named Default got all this inspiration from the anonymous hacking group, which had become quite famous in 2008. The anonymous group used to make headlines for the news at that time. This group used to hack big websites to raise its voice and wrote their own message on them. After seeing all this, Default was quite impressed with Anonymous, and then he also started taking steps in the world of hacking. Default slowly started hacking small websites, but he wanted to do something big for which he also needed a hacking group. Therefore, Default joined a hacking group called AnonSec. This group had hacked many websites before, but this hacking was mostly done for political purposes. AnonSec group used botnet. That is, they spread the virus on the internet, and whichever computer that virus went to, it came under the control of AnonSec. All those computers that have a virus are called bots, while this entire network of computers is called botnet. Because of being a member of AnonSec, Default also had access to this botnet, and he saw that there was a computer in this botnet which belonged to a medical college in Canada. Default worked a little on that computer and got access to the financial records of that medical college. He saw that the school had to collect more than $9 million from the students, and all these records had now come to Default, which he deleted from the college computer. Default's first hacking was successful. Because of this, the entire system of the medical college was ruined. He did this first hacking in mischief, but the next hacking was done in anger. In 2014, the Danish government passed a shameful law according to which sexual harassment can be done with animals. Animal rights activists felt very bad about this news. Default himself had a dog that he loved very much. Therefore, Default got angry and hacked the official website of Denmark with his group and wrote big words on it that, "Do you know that your government allows animal abuse?" Not only that, but Default used botnet and attacked all the websites made in favor of this law and shut them down. This spread because Denmark's official website was hacked, and this step of Denmark began to be condemned all over the world. People started calling Denmark bad. Finally, the Danish government could not tolerate this pressure and had to take this decision back next year. Default had succeeded for the first time in his goal, but people started giving its credit to the anonymous group because at that time this hacking group made headlines. Default did not like this at all that he did such a big thing, but someone else is taking its credit. But he did not give up and continued his work. Like other hackers, Default also did not disclose his identity. He knew that if he was ever traced due to hacking, then its consequences could be very terrible. He normally did not use the Wi-Fi of his house, but he had bought a satellite connection which he had installed far away from his house, and from there to his house, he used the internet through a private network. His computer was also very secure. In fact, due to this security, it took 30 minutes for his computer to turn on. But there was no problem in waiting for him, so much for his privacy. Before 2013, they did not know each other, but an incident happened due to which they became one. Edward Angle was a computer intelligence consultant. While working on a U.S. government project, he found out that the CIA keeps the data of every internet user and its private information with it secretly and then uses it for its purposes while the user does not know about it. Edward wanted to unveil this secret of the CIA, but on the other hand, he was also afraid that this work cannot be done while living in America. Either he will be killed or he will be sent to jail for leaking secret information. That's why Edward took a leave and went to Hong Kong, where he revealed this secret of America to the journalists. As soon as this news was leaked, the whole world was shocked. People were getting angry that their data is being used without their permission and that they are being watched every moment. As a reaction to this, Default and Cracker contacted each other. Both decided to teach the American government and the CIA a lesson. They wanted to make the CIA realize how it feels when people's personal information is leaked. Cracker and Default had one goal. Default wanted to take revenge from the United States for destroying the privacy of his people, while Cracker wanted to take revenge for the attacks on Gaza. That is, the enemy of both was the American government. First of all, he published the phone number of James Clapper, the director of the American National Intelligence Agency. Now he wanted to hack another high-profile man, and he took on the mission of hacking CIA Director Adam Marker. When Cracker started searching the internet for Marker, he came across a public phone number. He saw that the number was of Verizon, which is an American mobile operator. He called Verizon's internal tech team as an employee of the same company and said that he was contacting them to solve a customer's problem because there was a technical issue in his system. Verizon's team confirmed his identity and asked for a PIN code to confirm it, which he had already hacked. After verification, Verizon shared Adam Marker personal details with Cracker. Now Cracker had Adam Marker account number, backup mobile number, address, and the last 4 digits of his bank card. Now the next step was to hack Marker email. He found out that Marker used the email of a company called AOL instead of Yahoo or Gmail. He called the AOL support team and said that he had forgotten his password and had to reset it. AOL's support members asked for the last 4 digits of the bank card to confirm, which were already with Cracker. In this way, Cracker immediately got access to his email address. He opened Adam Marker private email, which contained all the important and top-secret documents, the data of other CIA officers, their social security numbers, and instructions from the government. By then, Brennan had also learned that his email account had been hacked, and he immediately shut down his account. But it was too late now because Cracker had already downloaded all this data. Cracker started publishing all the official documents one by one, which caused a ruckus throughout America. The CIA was being defamed all over the world, and now it was a necessity for him to catch the hackers. In any case, he wanted to catch them as soon as possible, but he could not get any clue, and shared his personal information on social media. After doing all this, Cracker was living his life comfortably. He thought it was impossible to catch him. But on the other hand, Default, who was a resident of the USA, was now worried. He was afraid that if he was caught, he would be punished. Perhaps he would never have been caught if this mistake had not been made by Default. He told his friend that he was behind the hacking of the CIA. But this mistake took both Default and Cracker. A few days later, the FBI raided Default's room and dragged him away. During the interrogation, Cracker's name was also revealed, who was arrested by the British police. Cracker was sentenced to 2 years in prison, while Default, who was not directly involved in CIA hacking, was sentenced to 5 years. Both are now free from jail and are continuing their careers in cybersecurity.